Hi everybody, it's Diane again with Diane's Wreaths and Florals. I wanted to share with you what we're going to be doing in class actually tomorrow. And this is a kit that will also be available on my Etsy shop if you would like to purchase the kit and make this. We're going to go over what's all in the kit and how to make this. So get ready, this is going to be so much fun. How beautiful, beautiful, beautiful this is. This wall hanger is absolutely gorgeous. I love the mums are all looking so real. Look how real these mums are, all the greenery. Somebody's going to really think that you actually really and truly grew all of this, and they're going to ask you, what is your green thumb? I wouldn't answer them. I just say, you got to go to Diane's Wreaths and Florals. Anyways, this is going to be fun. We're going to talk about how we're going to put this together. Okay. Right, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how are we going to put this foam in here. So this is your wall hanger here. Okay. So this is your wall hanger. You got this little spot right here, and this is where we're going to put a pipe cleaner in there to be able to hang it from the wall. Okay. Now I'm going to go over the supplies with you real quick. First of all, I'm going to try to move this camera. Move this camera down just a little bit, just so you can see. I hope I don't make anybody dizzy. If I do, I am so sorry. Okay. Let's try this real quick. All right, so you have your wall hanger, of course, okay, which this is really nice, and this metal is really nice on here, and I love the little flowers on here. And you're going to also have, we've got this lavender. We have some short lavender here. We also have some ruscus, just a little bit of ruscus. We've got our beautiful mums. Everything's all cut and clipped for you, so you don't have to do any of that. You're also going to have, here's your long stem lavender as well. We're going to be using that. And then you also have some green berries, which is very pretty. You're going to have, this is some white berry bush here, which I've already picked this for you too, by the way. And then you're going to have a little bit of some boxwood here and a little bit more boxwood, just a different type of a leaf. I like the combination of the colors on that. And then you're going to have some blueberries here. Then you're also going to have some dogwood. Look how pretty this dogwood is. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you're also going to have this fern, which again, I have already picked for you. Okay. And you also, what you're going to need with this, I usually supply this in my class, but you'll need it at home. You're going to need a good pair of scissors. You're going to need some good wire cutters. Hot glue gun, possibly, if you think you want to use your hot glue gun. I'm going to show how not to use the hot glue gun with this one, but you can. Because I'm just showing it as a display. If I was doing it for a client, I would definitely hot glue it. And then you need a knife to cut your foam. Floral foam, easy for me to say, floral foam. Okay, so I'm going to move this over just a minute, and I want to start by putting this into this tin. Now, what I did was to save money, and you know, we're all about saving money. I actually used some pieces of foam because I just needed to lift this up a little bit that I had from other things. So I just kind of just put a couple pieces together, and what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to actually glue this down. And I don't have my glue gun on. All right, well, I'm going to glue this down. I think I can get some of it out of there. Okay, I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to put it down in the very bottom of the tin. Okay, and that's going to stick in there pretty good. All it's doing is giving me some height, so I don't have to use so much foam. Now, if you want to put, if you want to use like some paper or something like that, that's fine too. And listen, guys, I know there's probably background noise in here, but it is so hot, I can't keep the air conditioning from running, so I apologize for that. And then what I did is, see how this really looks like, oh my gosh, what happened? Well, what I did was I actually set it down into the tin here, and I kind of just cut it around the tin. Okay, so now all I have to do is just stick it in there. Okay, now at this point, see how that fits in there nicely? it doesn't matter, this isn't pretty, it doesn't have to be pretty. Because it's going to be covered anyway. I was going to use moss in this, but because it's going to be so full, you're not going to notice it. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I wonder if I should lay this to see. Let's do it this way. Okay, guys, we're going to try it at this angle and see how this works. So what I want to show you is we're going to start on this tin. We're going to start on this higher part here on this side. Okay, so that way I want to get my highest part done right here so that I can work my way out this way. All right, so and you'll have to excuse me, I have been sick, and so I don't look the greatest but I'm still out here working in my shop, so I wanted to make sure that you guys have this. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my dogwood. Okay, and like I said, in the kits, if you want to do the kit, or I can make it for you, it's going to, both of these will be in my Etsy shop. It's Diane's Wreath Shop.etsy.com, and it will be in the description below. To start on this one side here, the highest side over here, because I want to be able to start angling my arrangement all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to start on this side, the highest point first. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with the dogwood, okay, which is these right here, and you'll see that there's like three of these stems, and you can cut them more if you want to, but I probably wouldn't. You might see a little straggler in there, which is fine. I like those, but what I would want you to do is I want you to just kind of go about inside just a little bit, about right here, okay, and just push it on down. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do this without a hot glue gun. Like I said, if you're doing this, if I'm doing it for a client, I would definitely do a hot glue gun, because, and if you want some reassurance, you can go ahead and hot glue it, just because if you have it outside or something, the wind's blowing or whatever. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put one there, one in front. Okay, so I've got one in the back, one in the front, and then I've got this one here, so I kind of want to make a little statement towards the back a little bit more. So again, as I've always showed you before, always position it and see if that's where you want it before you actually stick it in to the foam. Okay, but like I said, I did not use the moss on this because you're really not going to see it, so I cheated. So anyway, so, and then you got this little straggler, which is fine. Just stick him on in there, okay? Because he's going to be fine, because it's supposed to be a little wild like this, okay? Because then that, because it really looks real that way. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our white berry bush here. So you've got two things that I picked for you. So I'm going to actually stick this one, we're going to start towards the back again, okay? So I think I'm gonna like it about right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this all the way in there, okay? Make sure it's good and sturdy in there, like that, all right? And then this one is kind of gonna go towards the side, okay? You see where I'm going with this? You're gonna go like down into, you can see this, I'm gonna go down into the foam, down into the bucket. So I'm gonna do it at an angle like this, all right? And I'm going to go straight down in there. And you push, give a little, you know, a little tug to it. There you go. See how that kind of falls real pretty on this side? All right, so now, the next thing we're going to do is, I believe, let's kind of make this a little bit like that. See, that's what I love about silk flower. You can go back and make them go the way you want them to. All right, so there's that. Now, okay. Next thing you want to do is, let's go ahead. I'm not going to put the berries in until last, because the berries are going to go about right there, and then the one underneath. So let's go ahead and put in some of this greenery here. And this is the lighter color boxwood. It's I can't remember the exact name of this, but it's real pretty light and airy. I love the lighter color green in this with the darker green with that. That's so pretty, isn't it? Okay, so get this off of here. All right, so now we call these push-ups, okay, which means you can push this up to make it fuller, or you can pull it down just a little bit like that. Now you're going to have a long stem on this, so that's where your wire cutters are going to come in. So it's going to be up to you as to how much of this wire you want to cut off. I always like to cut off about this much here, okay, like that, and then I'm going to stick it straight down into the arrangement, just like this. All right, so I have a couple of these, so I'm going to kind of push them up, design them a little bit. It is so hot, so hot, y'all. And being sick does not help. Okay, so we're gonna stick this one here, all right? And then you're just gonna kind of fill it up a little bit here and there. I think I'm gonna stop right now, and then, because I'm gonna come back with this greenery, because I like to do that. I add a few pieces in, and then I go on to something else, and then that way I can add in the greenery, fill it in really nicely at the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out our mums, okay? And like I said, these are all cut for you, ready to go, so you don't have to do any of that work. And again, you could push these up, but these are so pretty. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. All right, so you want to snip just a little bit, probably off the bottom like this. Right? Let's see. And then so we want to start, well, we actually have one over here. So we have one over here in the back. Let's go ahead and get him in there and be done with him. Okay, so he's back there, hiding. All right, so you got this one and this one. So let's just go ahead and pop them. You just want to kind of just randomly put them in there, just as if you were planting them in your garden, okay? Same identical way. You want to plant them in your garden. So if you were going to, you would probably bush them all together, but you know, with these, we're going to pretend like they took off from a seed or whatever, and that way they're kind of growing randomly everywhere. Okay, so we're going to stick one here on the side, see, because we want to start pulling this down over here. And I got another one I'm going to put here. You're kind of going like da-da-da-da-da-da, like in, out, in, out, in, out. And then we're going to go ahead and do another in here. So again, like I said, I'm just cutting a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't show you that. I'm just cutting a little bit back over here, a little bit like this. Okay, so I'm just cutting just a little bit off the bottom. And you don't have to cut off, but the higher you go, the more you're going to show this foam. So you want it to still stick out, but you want to cover this foam. So I'm just barely sticking it in there like that. Well, I'm sticking it in there like that so that I've got some where the leaves are covering it. Okay. So now you've got that one, and we probably need a little one. Let's see, how about if we put one here? And I'm going to want to put one, this one I probably won't want to cut. If I do just this little tiny piece right there to make an angle, okay, like this, there, like that, okay, all right, like this, and that. All right, well, hey, you can take these things out and redo them however you want. I feel like there's something right here. I like to have a little bit of a batch right there. I think that's pretty. All right. Now, next, please. Okay, so now we have our ruskin, which is this little leaf right here, which I love this. So pretty. All right, we're just gonna stick this bad boy. Actually, I think now when this happens, you can do one or two things, okay? This one doesn't, oh, there it goes, it pushes up. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you can cut it in half, like in half, so you make two pieces, but I don't think I want that. I think I just want it to be standalone back here. And I'm gonna put this right here in the back. Okay, see how that fills that up really pretty? Isn't that pretty? All right, so you've got that. Now, I'm going to take this other boxwood here. Okay, and okay. Y'all, when it comes time for these rubber bands, just make sure that it doesn't bite you, but just cut off if you want to. I don't care. All right. So let's stick this one down here, because remember what we want to do is we want to try to cover this foam up. All right, now I've got a big blank spot here that needs greenery terribly, so I'm going to cut it about right there, okay, and I'm going to put it right here. And actually I'm going to do a push-up on this because I want this to be nice and full. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way down in there like this, okay. And I'm going to do the same thing about right there. This one here has, okay. All right, and if these little leaves decide they want to be hateful and come apart, all you got to do is use your little glue gun, and you just put a little tab on there. That's it. Oh. Just put a little tab on there, and then you're done. Okay, and then that way it stays on there. Sometimes that's the way they come from the manufacturer. You know, I always deal with high quality materials, and just sometimes, you know, it happens. So you just put a little bit of glue on there, and then it's fine. See, all good. Now, again, I'm going to call this the push-up flower here. I think I need to maybe this way a little bit. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to stick this one, I think, about right here. All right, like this. Now, I have a couple of more of these, but before I put in these two, these are my last two greeneries, I'm going to go ahead. Now, this piece here, as you can see, oh, this needs to be picked. I'm going to get my pick machine and pick this one. Yours should be picked. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to bend this like this. All right, because I want this to hang and droop off the side like this. Okay, isn't that pretty? We're going to hang and droop that off the side, and actually give it a little bit more of a. Actually, we're going to go back a little bit with this. Let's go back here a little bit. I want it to come out of it. There we go. That's what we're talking about right there. Okay, so we're going to let that droop down just a little bit like that. And then I have some of this greenery here, this fern greenery. And again, it's already picked for you. It's just easier to be picked so that it can get down into the foam. So I'm going to cover up some of these pieces here. So see, I want that to fall down with this lavender here. All right, now I'm going to add another piece right above it, like that, right? And then I've got another piece here. Now, sometimes in your kit might have 2 or 3 pieces. It depends, because it's on the stem. If I can make another piece out of it, I will. All right, but this one actually has 3. But normally they have 2. All right, so there's that. Now, we are going to, the next thing we're going to add is, let's do this lavender here, all right? The smaller lavender. So I'm going to go ahead, and these should already be cut for you in your kit. And I'm cutting them now. Okay, and we're going to put them, we put one here. We need a little purple there. Isn't that pretty? And then we got purple here. Remember what I said, up, down, up, down. Okay, there's one. Okay. And I like to make like some of it going towards the this side, where I've got it going straight on this side with the dogwood. See, I've got a couple of these pieces of lavender that is going straight up, and then this one's going towards the other way where I've got it hanging. So it's kind of like if it was really growing for real, it may do that. All right, so now you've got that. Now I've got a couple pieces of this boxwood that I need some vacant. I got some spaces that need to be taken care of, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, let's see, I need a piece right here. All right, there you go. Now, and then I got, you know what, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there because it needs it. Now, all right, now this berry here, again, I want to kind of let this one droop some. And so I'm going to cut this. Now yours won't be this thick. I kept the thicker one for display because it's easier for me to cut with my clippers, because the clippers you may have may not be as sharp, and it's hard to do sometimes. Okay, so, all right, like that. It's very hard to do. There. Woo. All right. Now, I'm going to put this one. Actually, I think I'm going to cut that a little bit more. I think I want to cut it a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it just a little bit more there. I'm going to stick it right in the front here. There we go. I don't want to hide my berries. I want them to show. There we go. All right. And then this one, I can actually, I think what I'm going to do, how do I want this? Do I want it like this? Oh, that's kind of pretty. Every time I do something, y'all, it's going to be complete. It is not going to be the same thing. It never is. I think what I'm going to do is this. We're going to snip this off right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece, put it right there. Now, again, it's your arrangement. It's your beautiful piece, so you can do it any way you want. Now, okay, we've got that. And then now we're going to go on with the last piece, which is our blueberries. Okay. Okay, there's that. Okay, so this is the last one here with the blueberries. And I think I'm going to put a blueberry here because I've got a little hole there. And then I want to put this blueberry right here. Okay. All right. There you go. What do you think? Pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. And when you go to hang it, oh, let me show you something else too. We're going to make a little hanger to go on the back of this. And this, we'll just use a pipe cleaner. Just a little, I just use the burlap kind because I think it looks nice. And then all you're going to do is, we've got a hole up here, so you don't have to do this, but it's always nice to have. And I'm just going to, I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, okay, and I'm going to just fold it down the middle basically. And then I'm going to stick both pieces in the hole. Put it to whatever size I think that I want my hanger to be. And then you're going to lift it up and then just twist it all the way around. Okay. There you go. And there you have it. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, like I said, if you're interested in getting the kit for this, or if you just want it made, I'll be happy to ship it to you. I ship all over, and also offer free shipping. There you go, guys. You see how, look how cute that is. So you can hang this anywhere. This is great to hang out on a patio, your front door. Also, if you have a couple of columns, oh my gosh, it's so pretty on a couple of columns. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. But anyways, this is really, really, really a beautiful, realistic wall hanger that I think you will enjoy for many years to come. Again, if you decide that you want the kit, it's available in my shop. Also, it's available as already made and free shipping in my shop. My shop is Diane's Wreath Shop at Etsy.com. Okay, and y'all have a great day. I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.